Our little viewers. A few minutes behind. We're good to go now. I was having that squealing, high-pitched noise with my headphones. If anybody has ever dealt with that issue, please let us know. Basically, there's a very, very high-pitched frequency that goes through my headphones, and it's high enough Zach actually can't hear it. Because if you didn't know, girls, for some reason, hear higher frequencies than guys. No idea why. But anyway, so for those who are watching, I'm going to give it just a second because this is one, if you want to watch, I really want you to see it from the beginning. Because this particular map is complicated and it's hard to do. And I love that I'm just tightrope walking this little fence here. So we'll give it just a second. Do you want to sound check me? Actually, I can do it because I'm just waiting for people to join. I think we're good. I don't hear the volume in this though. Check, 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 check. Yep, we're good. Okie dokie. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started so we can not bore you guys like crazy. Okay, so basically, we're here to stop Kieran Jendosh, rescue Anton Sokolov, not get spotted, not kill anybody, and make it out with all of the runes and bone charms. This map is incredibly frustrating, incredibly hard to stealth, very, very picky, and in most cases the floor will alert you. So...
Alright, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov.
So you have to be very careful. Woo! I have a smudge on my glasses. I really should wear my contacts while I play, but usually by the end of the day, once I'm done working and staring at a screen, I don't want to wear my contacts anymore. For your patience. Alright, I think we're good. Until I accidentally smudge it, and then I have to fix it. Who else hates that with a passion? Ah! I lied. Smudges. Oh well, this gives people time to get in. It's hard when you don't realize there are smudges on your glasses until you start streaming, and then you kind of go, crap. There we go. Maybe next time I get glasses, I'll invest in the smudge-free ones.
Welcome to my home, stranger. The door is always open to those with the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and bide your time. Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable. Many have entered without invitation, for reasons as myriad as the fish in the ocean. But of those who've dared to explore further, very few have found their way back out.
Yeah, just so you're aware, Kieran Jendosh is crazy. He's the one who created the Clockwork soldiers that were a part of the coup to take over. Okay, so if you're wanting to do this stealthy, you need to avoid let me just show you real quick what happens here. I don't want to do it this way because it makes it harder, but if I pull the lever,
Who would build something like this, and why?
Someone's activated one of the mechanisms in my house.
Jindosh.
yeah, okay.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates.
And this is why this is the most complicated level in the stinking game. Because you can walk straight up there and see Jindosh. This is the Clockwork Soldier, which can see you from here, 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 and here. I don't want to do it that way. So I'm going to show you a way to do it. Whoa, thank you for the bits. Oh my gosh, bits are coming in all over the place. Thank you guys. How are the bombardiers doing? And Dom, what's up? I don't know if I've seen you in a little while. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do this. If I remember how to do it 100% stealthy. There's a way to do it that... Oh... How do we do this? Okay, I think... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's an achievement to avoid letting Jindosh see you by not hitting any of the mechanism buttons on the first floor. The one that I just did before reloading the save. And then sneaking in elsewhere. Now, there are a lot of floors in this mansion that are... I guess weight activated would be the word. So, by walking on the floors, he knows you're here. But we're gonna try to go about this the sneaky way. We want to knock him out without him knowing. Now, we will come back and explore a little bit and see if we can get in these rooms. But for now, I'm gonna do this the sneaky way. You want to try to use the space behind the walls as much as possible. Which can be slightly complicated with all of these. Thankfully, there aren't nearly as many of those in this. Okay. Now, there's the Clockwork Soldier. When you hit the button on the first floor, it calls this section of the floor up and pushes that Clockwork Soldier up there. I don't think there's anything over there. While they're asleep, they can't detect you walking in front of them, but if they wake up, they're awake the whole game and they will detect you. So try to avoid that if possible. What we're gonna do... He can't see you in the space behind because he's designed it to be completely private. So we're actually going to go about this backwards and take care of Jindosh first. I'll show you how to do it in the way that keeps you from, or that gives you the achievement for not alerting him and for doing the map the right way. Oh yeah, I love this game. Yep, we're gonna go full stealth, ghost, no kills. I think it's called merciful. And I'm trying to give... I'm trying to do it in such a way that keeps me from alerting him. I just have to remember the exact path. I haven't played this in a little while. And there is a method to get through without being spotted. I think I'm doing this the right way. Like I said, we will go back and explore the rest of the map, but I would love to get Jendosh first. That is one room that you don't really want to go in because of... Oh, nope, the underfloor. There's one floor below that. It's got one of those electrocution pole things that if you walk too close, it senses you're near and it completely destroys you. I hate aiming at coins. There we go. Okay. Keep quick saving often because at any point you could step on something or alert something you weren't aware of.
There's only one Kieran Jindosh. He can charge whatever he likes. Besides, you're rich enough to afford a couple of the clockworks. I happen to know you've doubled your fortune since the Duke took over the silver mines.
Lower wages means higher profits, but it's my time that's precious. I'm not used to waiting.
Neither am I. When was the last time someone had me waiting for more than an hour? I can't remember. It's almost titillating.
How many clockworks did you say there were? It's a numbered set, if I recall.
It is indeed, but 36, 46? Very exclusive, whatever the count. Everyone at the Garden Club will be green with envy.
Okay, they do count as alerting, so avoid them if at all possible. Okay, so one nearby. Okay, so there is... Ooh, don't see me. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go down here and get this bone charm first. Maybe not, because actually that might be a level lower. Well, let's go a level lower. Oh, actually, I think this is the way I'm supposed to go. That's convenient. Bone charm. It's actually kind of sad, this guy down here. What was that one? Yeah, those are all kind of crappy. That's okay. Last words. Basically, this guy tried to beat the mechanic that is this house, but he couldn't make it out. So instead of being killed or captured by Jindosh, he just decided that he wanted to hide out, and he ended up dying. Now, this is where Anton is. I'm not going to get him yet. You actually do have to carry him out. He's kind of unconscious. And I say kind of because he's not entirely with it. We're going to go ahead and take this off. I think that goes to a wall of light, and that'll be helpful later. Yeah. Okay. And let me see. Because there is somewhere, depending on where you stand, Jindosh gets alerted to you being down here.
How many people am I gonna see get hanged this month?
Okay. Now, where do I want to put him? The last time I did this, I put them on a pipe. But I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I might just stick him on the elevator. Okay, now did he see me? No, we're good. Okay. We'll save here. He might have made that way too easy on me. Bear with me as I try to remember this level here. Now, I have to be very careful because if I go to use the elevator, I will probably kill these guys. So we want to avoid that. Okay. Now, you don't always need to knock out the servants because they tend to leave you alone, but they will kind of do one of those. If you don't leave, I'm going to call the cops, and they actually will. And if that happens while you're carrying a body, you're kind of stuck. Actually, if they see you carrying a body, you're automatically considered spotted, so. Let's set you away from a stove. I don't think it'll count as killing him, but yeah, here you go. Comfy. Right, now let's see how close we are to any of these. Nope, over there. Nice and far away. Okay. You want to avoid hitting any of these if possible. I'm pretty sure I got this achievement ages ago, so I'm trying to remember the exact way to get it for you. Basically, if you hit a lever, Jendosh is alerted to you. And he says something like, oh, there's somebody in my house, or something like, I can't see you, but I wonder why you're here, or something like that. And I'm trying to remember the route to get over to him. By the way, that floor is glass, so I can't get through that without alerting him. Let's see. I like to read everything, even if I don't necessarily read it at the time, because they do end up in your journal. And it's kind of fun to see what they say later. Okay. So there's Anton. Now, to rescue him, you actually have to get him out and then carry him back to the cart.
Ugh, disgusting.
And I'd rather not do that right now. Get this person. We're gonna set her right here because try to avoid you setting them against the walls here that move. Because once I'm done with Jendosh, I will go back through and explore the rest of the house so you can kind of see what it looks like, and I want to collect things. But I do want to do this without stepping on the main floor, because if you step foot on any of the floors above the basement here, Jendosh knows you're there. And it voids the achievement. Ball of light. Whoop, nope, come back, come back. Phew. Alright, what's this one? Sometimes drinking. Oh, I guess we'll take that. I mean, it's not all that crazy when you don't really use your mana. It's pretty. Okay. Save. Okay. Now, if you have possession, you can actually possess a rat nearby and walk under this wall of light, but I don't think I have possession yet. This is about the only map where possession would be super handy. But I do think... let me see. I think there's another way through here. So this part's tricky. This is a little maze. And stepping on certain blocks will open up different walls. See that right there? But there's a clockwork soldier in here. And if you're going about this the do not get spotted way, you have to avoid hitting him. Where is he? In here somewhere. He may not show up until I've actually stepped on things, which is not helpful. Ah, here he is. See? They would almost be neat little guys if it wasn't for the fact that they're evil and try to kill you. And they will kill you. They're quite angry. Okay.
Remove this playback after the final field test.
What kind of sadistic joke is this? With this machine, maybe you won't have to die after all, Jindosh.
Actually, you know what? Let me try this. If I click this... okay. Now, I do...
Extra diagnostic playback loop.
oh. Okay. So... let's see if we can... for some reason that didn't count as me being spotted. That was odd. I don't really know what's going on there, but we're gonna see what happens. I think...
Increasing oil tank temperature.
I wonder if I knocked his head off with that spring razor and he can't see me now.
Commence lens refocus.
That would be hilarious. Shut up. Now, I do want to use these. Well, let's just see where he goes. Place it around the other side. That works.
Increasing oil tank temperature.
I don't know where he's gonna come out, but I do want to try to kill him. Let me see if that counted as him seeing me before I go through all this trouble. No, he hasn't seen me yet. Interesting. I really think I damaged him to the point where he can't see me, which is kind of hilarious. Let's see what happens here.
Diagnostic playback loop.
Okay. Okay. Not spotted, no assassinations. That's the joy. These guys don't count as kills. And actually, if you...
You've overcome one of my clockwork soldiers from the sound of it. Surprising.
Jindosh.
okay.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rules.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, he does. Which is unfortunate, because I'm pretty sure I just saved over that. Oh, good. It did not auto-save. Okay. So that's basically how you get the Clockwork Soldier to get in there to get Sokolov. Obviously, I don't want to be spotted, so we're going to go back and get rid of Jindosh first. So we're going to give that a try. Oh, wait, go back up. Oh, I guess it's fine. Okay, we're going to just leave that. Do I have the... Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's go back to... Okay. This is kind of the nice thing about this elevator is you can get to any level. But you actually do want to leave that hatch closed because that one they can see you through. Sokolov. There's the lab. Okay. So once you get to the section with the elevator... Oh, don't see me. I think we're okay. Once you get to the section with the elevator, you want to go ahead and go all the way to the top. Don't place him against that. I think you might break the glass.
And agree that dinner time cannot come quickly enough. Unfortunately, we are still on duty. I will get back to you if I hear anything more. Sincerely, me.
Okay, we'll do a quick save. You do have to be very careful. Walking too fast or too loudly next to that guy will count as being spotted. Very quickly and quietly grab her. Oh, whoa, where'd she go? Oh, yeah, sure, that looks comfy. She's still unconscious, so that's fine. Okay, so we passed by this window from underneath. You remember those open windows there where the guys are talking about being kept waiting and they're kind of snobby. You can come in that way, but it's a lot harder to get through the window to knock these guys out than it is to go through the elevator. So I always go through the elevator. Go back up and do a quick save. Okay. No, I do believe there are more people behind this door. Oop. Okay, so this is why we don't turn on any of the floor. Turning on the floor automatically wakes this guy up. There is a rune down there, but the only way you get to it is by using this and rotating the floor. And then all of this sinks. And you have to follow the floor down into where the, the floor that's not active right now is basically down a level. And you follow it down into the hole. But we're going to avoid that until I'm done with this because I don't want to be spotted. And you can do it from here. But like I said, we're going to avoid clicking any buttons and stepping on any floor until I've taken care of Jindosh, because he will spot you and then you won't get the achievement.
It's a long way down.
Okay. Okay, so we're getting very close. I know this is a long path to get over here, but I think it's 20 or 30 point achievement, so it's definitely worth at least giving it a shot. Okay, so let me see here. I think I want to go through the elevator and go up a little bit higher. We're going to do a quick save. Actually, I don't even know if I can get through here. Nope, I need the maintenance key. Okay, so we're going to go through the elevator. Okay. Oh! Whoops. Don't do that. Falling will kill you. I keep forgetting to let that reload. Okay. So the hatch is tricky here. It does open. It's just pesky. Alright. This is Jindosh. Now, I just saved, so we're okay. This part is slightly difficult.
This must be Jindosh's lab.
Okay. Jindosh is up there. But it's slightly complicated because the Clockwork Soldiers, there are 2 of them up on that level. So what we're going to try to do... Alright. Let's see. Let's actually get under the table real quick so they don't spot me. Do a quick save. Because what we're going to do... Is it? Yeah, there's one. Okay. And... there's 2. I don't even think the second one is activated yet. What we want to try to do is get up. Alright, let you reload, and then get up here. Okay. Now again, this is for the achievement that keeps Kieran Jindosh from spotting you at all. He doesn't even know you're in his mansion yet, which is what you want. Yeah, the second guy's not even active yet. If you have clicked any buttons throughout the playthrough before getting up to this level, and he has spotted you, that other robot will be active, and all of the ones throughout the house will be active, and it's much more complicated. So what we're gonna do... Alright, so that robot's facing the other way. Oh, wait. Zoom in. Actually, let me move a little bit closer. And he's knocked out. Do a quick double check. Hasn't spotted you. And if you have not had that achievement yet, it will pop right after knocking him out. Basically, the achievement is get to him and knock him out before he has even realized you're in his mansion. But he has to be sitting down. If he's sitting down, you know you've done it right. If he's standing up and pacing in front of his desk right here, you haven't done it right, and he will find you. Okay, so we're gonna save because we want to try to knock out this guy. We really would like to do. Uh-oh. Fortunately. Unfortunately, I got the guy who was asleep. So we're gonna reload that. For those just hopping in, I just did kind of the basic run through of how to get to Kieran Jendosh without alerting him to your presence. Relatively easy to get to.
Still searching.
Oh, he spotted me. Actually, you know what? I should not do that there anyway, because if I drop him that close to Kieran, it will kill him. So, let's go a little bit further. I'm trying to knock out the robot, because you have to actually go pick up Jendosh and carry him down below, and the robots can actually see you from down below, depending on where you're standing, you know, if you're not under a table or anything, and that can be kind of annoying, because you don't want them to see you. We're gonna give him a second to go a little bit further. I don't know if he's gonna keep circling that. Yeah, I think he is. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come down here, place 2 spring razors, get out of dodge, and go as far back as you can. And then, where are they? Okay. Since he's going to keep circling that, we're going to...
This playback indicates that the machine is waking up.
Oh, shoot. Well, we got that one. Actually, you know what? He just walked out of that. Maybe we'll let that load and see if he'll walk out. Because that didn't even alert that guy. Either that, or I might place them to further to the right. This is the part where you reload this a lot, because you don't want to wake up any you don't need to. Especially since you can only hold 3 spring razors at a time, and it takes 2 to kill them. Hey Spaztron, how are you doing? All good. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh! He turned around. That's bad. Maybe I'll let him sit and see where he goes. It seems like every time I do this, he goes a different way. I promise, we'll get to Jendosh in a second. I just have to make it to him. You can't stealth these guys. You can't kill them silently, and they are immune to sleep darts. That's why I'm trying really hard to make sure I only get 1 at a time. You just want to avoid getting more than you need to on your path. You see how they've got a light in the back of their head? They can see you sneak up behind them. So there's almost no way to get past them. Running search protocol. When they start talking like that, they're searching for you. And they tend to move and change direction. So right now, he's looking for me because Jendosh is unconscious. He noticed that he was unconscious. I'm hoping that he will do one of those. Well, there's no reason to keep searching here, but I don't know if it will. Switching out of search. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So after you knock Jendosh unconscious, this guy will change path. And I actually have bend time. So I'm going to do... Back up a little so he doesn't see me. I'm going to do a quick save, bend time, and see if I can drop the spring razors before he has time to spot me. That's not what I want. That is what I want. Can I get out of here? Nope. I think he spotted me. Yeah, he did. Okay. Sometimes you can kind of trick it and get through before it fully sees you, but if that lightning bolt turns red, you're spotted. My bend time is not level 2, which means I don't bend time completely. And if I sit too long, they do see me. It just kind of slows that effect. Okay, so let's see. We might take this the slow way and let him walk away. And then we're actually gonna go way over here. Now, if you get too close, he'll do one of those. This machine has detected something.
Okay, the machine has detected something.
That. Let's back up. Okay. Aha! We did it! That guy's still asleep, and this guy is no more. So, back up. Never do a quick save until you see and make sure you have not been spotted and you have not killed anybody, because if you place a spring razor too close, it could have killed Jindosh. So we're trying to avoid that. Also, if you're going about the collectibles, like if you've seen my other streams, there are trophies that you collect on the ship, and you have to pick up things or do certain things throughout the map to earn those trophies. One of them is picking up a plaque. The plaques are only inside the Clockwork Soldiers after you kill them. That is the only way you get them. So if you want to go for that, just kind of like a fun little side thing, you have to kill one of those guys to get it. Now, thankfully, killing them does not count as a real kill because they're robots, so you can go ahead and do that to your heart's content. Now, let's see. We should be able to do this without alerting that guy. Just move slowly and be careful because they will spot you. Okay. And like I said, this will give you the achievement for knocking him out without him seeing you. Also, painting here. Okay. He's got a lot of loot and a lot of stuff to read, so. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. Now he's still unconscious. We want to pick him up. Be careful here. If you fall too far, you'll wake up the other robot and you'll kill Jindosh. So the reason I wanted to make sure I got that robot out of the way is if you walk too far forward, he can see you around this ledge. And since I'm playing this on hard, he sees you very, very quickly. Okay, so where is... There's a chair you need to set this guy in. Yeah, there it is. Play this.
Anton Sokolov, once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire. My hero in younger days. Now, my puppet. If you're going to use this inelegant... looking device...
The other lab machines are draining away too much electricity.
I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish.
Okay. We're gonna place Jindosh, that's hard to say, in the machine here.
To the function of the apparatus. Patience, friend, patience. The sequence of events is important. You'll come to understand my electroshock machine, but when? Before or
Okay, so right now there's not enough power to use the device. You'll see that here. So I'm going to do a quick save. And you can click the buttons, which cause the platforms to move. We will go down there and explore in a second, but I want to at least take care of Jindosh real quick so we can be done with that. This is one of those levels where it's okay to do the main objective first because it's not going to affect anything. You still have to get Anton, so. Okay, any day. Okay. That's not enough power. I don't remember if there's... There are certain platforms you need to bring up to give enough power to knock him out. If you try right now, I think it just kills him. Okay. These do take quite some time. But bringing up this platform brings up our rune. We'll go ahead and grab that. Delilah gave him that rune. As if we didn't know Delilah was already working with this guy. Oh, these take forever to transfer. Okay, not quite enough power. So we have Bay 1 and 2. Let me think. I don't remember if... Okay, so I think this is telling me that that's how much power this is taking. Let's try this one. I mean, this is a neat little setup. This would be super convenient if you wanted to work on one project at a time, but don't want to put all your crap away. How many runes are there left? Okay, it looks like there's one bone charm. Is that it? Really? Okay, one bone charm.
The electroshock
Alright,
machine
I
should work now.
think... Yep. Thankfully he tells you when you've got enough power. Is this the button? Yep, here's the button. Okay, like I said, before doing anything, save. Because you don't want to accidentally kill him. This is actually kind of disturbing.
So much will be lost. An age of advancement.
So if you haven't played this, basically what we just did is we wiped his memory.
You can't be allowed to run amok.
And if I combine the acid against a copper plate, it... What does it do?
I don't remember that hand piece.
A moment
That's cool.
ago. Does anyone know the answer?
Okay. So that took care of Jindosh. Now we're free to explore.
But it's gone.
So if you come in the front door and use the button to open the door, it leads to this, where Kieran is basically standing in front of that glass door there looking at you and kind of making jokes about you not being able to get to him. If you come in the front door and hit the first button that I showed you when it waked up, oh my gosh, woke up, I don't know what I was trying to say there. When it woke up all the Clockwork Soldiers, it alerts him, and that's what happens. So like I said, if you want that achievement, I think it's a 20-point achievement. You want to make sure you do not step on any part of the floor. Do not hit any of the buttons. I mean, you can't hit any of the levers that open anything to get that achievement. Alright, is there anything down here? Nope, it's over there. So we're actually just gonna tag that since it's the last one. That way I can remember where it is. And there shouldn't really be anything else in here besides a few collectibles. I don't think there's anything else to read. When I was up there doing the power, I think you could look at this to see if it's got enough. Man, they're crazy. Killing people. Okay, so I should have... Yeah, if you hit any of the switches that look like this, you're gonna get caught. So avoid that. Alright. So that's Jindosh. I don't have a maintenance key. Where's the maintenance key? I don't know where the maintenance key is. I don't think that room leads anywhere in particular. Okay, so... Now we want to go about exploring. So we push the button. Of this sledge. So we can get back up top. And you're pretty much free to do whatever you want to do now. Obviously, if you're still going for the stealth approach, you don't want to get caught. But you can pull levers and test out the floor and change things and you're fine. So, let's see. I'm gonna do a quick save, because we're gonna try to do this from top to bottom. Most efficient way to do something. Make sure you don't skip anything. Okay. And we actually do not want to use the elevator because the last time, or the last couple people that I knocked out were on the edge of the elevator. So we're gonna go in this way. Okay. Let's let that load so I don't have to use up all of my... There we go. Okay. Loading, 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 loading. One thing I did appreciate in the other game is if you had a an ability ready, like if you're holding it like this, you can just wait and it will reload your mana. But for some reason in this one it doesn't. Okay. So we're gonna go here because I want to get that last rune. We'll go ahead and do a full save. Like I said before, quick saves do not count as real saves. So if you want to make sure you've got a good save, you need to make sure to hit the quick save. Okay, now I can't remember... I don't know if... Okay, we're gonna wait to click that one because I want to stay on this floor. Let's just try this. Oh, that is not doing what I wanted it to do. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I guess that's one way to seal up your room. I guess he wouldn't want his bedroom to be sitting there open all the time, so, you know, that makes sense. Okay. Yep, now you can hit buttons to your heart's content. You just need to make sure that you don't do it while Kieran is still awake, because if you do, it'll count as you alerting him, and you won't get that achievement. So, now this one, what you need to do for this, hit the button. and get in here. Because this is where the last bone charm is. It's super sneaky. When I did this before, I had the worst trouble trying to figure it out. Okay, so we're gonna save. I actually want to see what that bone charm was. That wasn't a bone charm, was it? Was that a rune or a bone charm? I can't remember. Ooh, it was a bone charm. Wolfhounds cannot smell you. That is much handier than you would think it would be. Okay, that one's equipped. What I like to do is get rid of the ones I know I'm not going to use. The regular bone charms you can do that with anyway. Yeah, see this one where it says traits cannot be learned? If you get rid of it, you can't use it. What is this one? Damage with your sword. Swords are slower. I don't use my sword at all, so we can get rid of that. However, if I was going to do that with this one, see how it says new traits learned? You can get rid of them and use the traits to craft better runes. What I like to do is get rid of all the ones I'm not going to use. That way if I pick one up, I know which one it was and I don't have to spend forever trying to figure out which rune I just picked up. In the first game, they were all a cluttered mess, and if you even remotely picked one up, it would get lost in the scroll. At least in this one, they make it so it shows up right on top. Not every time, mind you, only sometimes. Okay, so... let me just tell you, if you do this without alerting Jindosh, it is so much easier. Trying to get through this unseen when all the clockwork soldiers are awake is so complicated. Because I actually, the last time I played this, I wasn't thinking. And I just ran straight through. Because, you know, you still technically don't... Oh. He woke up. Interesting. There's one that's running around. If you know, you can do this without technically being spotted, but it'll still alert. Sorry, needed a drink. My mouth is dry. It will still alert Jindosh to you being in the mansion, and will wake all the clockwork soldiers up, which, as you can imagine, is really annoying. So where was that soldier? Which one saw me? Because the one... that guy that's asleep couldn't have seen me. It's that guy. Okay. No, for some reason the machines don't actually show up in my vision. Let's see what runes I have, by the way, while we're waiting here. Possession? Possession's okay, but... not exactly my favorite. Don't need that. Stop time. We may save up for stop time because it will come in handy. Okay, is there anything else? Now, with this particular playthrough, you don't need either of these. You don't need that one. 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 This one, you don't really need. It's only if you, well, you don't really need this one at all. Jump height and distance is okay, but with blink, it's kind of pointless. So usually I just go for the bone charm ones. And vision. Ooh, you know what? I don't think I want this one. The greater dark vision is really nice to see the robots through the wall. However, I'm gonna wait to see if I want to use that because I don't think I'm really gonna be... I don't think there are many Clockwork Soldiers out of this building. I don't remember you having to deal with them at all outside of this mansion. Oh, right, toward the end, the last level. Okay. So he's not moving. I wonder if I glitched him out because he kind of saw me.
Stilton?
Which would be fine with me. So we're gonna just continue. Either that or he moves later because I think I did do a few things before he walked in. If you don't feel like reading all the books right off the bat, you can just view them quickly and then go back and read them later. That is a very pretty flower. Okay. So that guy's still over there. We're gonna ignore him for the time being. Wait, is that a book? Yeah, it's a letter. Basically, Duke, Luca Abel. That is not a very effective screen for a toilet there. What's her name? Delilah, and then the other lady,
Delilah Copperspoon.
are incriminating themselves here. Okay. We cannot get through that wall of light, which is okay, because I don't really want to go that direction. Yeah, that robot's still there. I'm shocked he hasn't come this way yet, but we're gonna save. Okay, so what I want to do now is click this. Okay. I mean, this is super cool. The way they designed this is just so impressive. Okay, so... Alright, and then this time you want to stay on the platform as you rotate it. Do a little exploration. The reason you want to stay on the platform is because this is one of the paintings you need to collect. If you're going for painting collection. Ivory horn. Okay. And you need to be careful. You do actually still make noise through the wall. So if you're trying not to be spotted or heard by the Clockwork Soldier that's out there, don't run around like a maniac. It will actually catch you. Okay, so we're kind of through the important parts. We've got all the runes and the bone charms. We've gotten through the achievement for Jindosh. And I think we've gotten all the paintings. There's either one more or we've gotten them all. I can't remember. What we've got left to do is Sokolov. I want to do a little more exploration because I would like to find everything. Okay. That's back to the lab, so we're gonna go head back. Okay. Stand on the platform, otherwise you can't get out. Well, you know what? I think I can.
Brianna, Ashworth.
Okay, so that was the Clockwork Soldier that caught me the first time. One thing I would like, let me see if I have it. See objects and security systems through walls. Okay, you know what? I am gonna get this because being able to see objects through walls. Yeah, that's the button. Okay. Listen to this.
So many events in motion, each exerting subtle gravity. With Delilah, a new empire could be drawn, and all the old barriers broken. Much could be accomplished. My clockwork soldiers have played their part, but each costs more coin than a wealthy man sees in a lifetime. It could take years to find a solution on my own. But if Sokolov can be tamed, together we might refine the process, making new clockworks at a fraction of the cost. Whether I seduce my old teacher with the thrill of discovery, or whether I'm forced to apply the clamps to his flesh and turn on the voltage, no matter.
He is crazy. Wow, and he really couldn't care less if you hurt him. Okay, so we need to wait until that guy goes away. He should leave. If not, we'll go back around the lab. Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick save. I may even be able to lock him in one of these rooms. If he's on the platform. Well, he's not on the platform, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay. Door. Nothing worth collecting in there. Okay, keep an eye out because they can come on pretty quick from behind. Okay, so that's the one that woke up. I wonder why he woke up. Shouldn't have been any reason why he did. Let's see if... Yeah, that's not conspicuous at all. Okay, whatever. I'm pretty much through this the stealthy way, so that's okay. Search this? Yes, I did. Okay. We've made great progress. Alright, and once again, before you continue, double check that you're good to go. Shut the window behind me. Okay.
If I ever get the chance, I'm going to ask for a transfer to the Grand Palace. Why shouldn't I?
Okay.
I deserve as much.
Do a quick save. I hardly ever actually go on this particular floor. Not a whole lot down here worth collecting. But I think since Clockwork Soldier's asleep, maybe we'll give it a try. Just be aware there is one of those electrocution things on one of these levels. There are also the people that were being kept waiting by Jindosh that you want to avoid. We're gonna take him up here. I love when there's hidden places like this because there's no possible way for anybody to spot you. Okay. Just kind of checking. Alright, that guy's asleep. For the guys that are asleep, you can actually just leave them. But if you do anything like knock over a glass or let's try this. Or make noise in some way, they'll be alerted and you won't have it as easy. This guy. Alright, I hear stomping. I wonder if he's on. Oh, I think he's on the floor above me. There. Okay, we're gonna save. No, I don't think those guys freak out if they see you. You can actually click this button while they're in there, and it's kind of funny.
We're moving
Bye-bye.
at last, but where is Jindosh?
Okay. Whoops. Alright, well. I'm gonna go ahead just ahead and collect this real quick in case that doesn't matter, but she just kind of freaked out saying a body, and I'm not really sure why. I don't remember what's down there. So we're gonna see what she saw real quick. Oh, interesting. Odd. Okay, well, we'll drop him here. I don't know where that lady went. We'll have to find her because she could be freaking out somewhere. I'm not gonna save yet, though. Just in case I don't like what's happening. Because I don't actually know where that lady went. So we're gonna hit the button.
1,000 rotations. Reintroducing gravity.
So what did they... Oh, they saw this lady. Okay. So where did the freaked out lady go? I need to make sure she didn't accidentally run and go through that wall of light. No, she's not dead. But where did she go? Okay, well. Somehow, I got really lucky. And that random lady just disappeared. Unless is she down there? No? Wow, okay. Well, that doesn't normally happen. So, yeah. Hey, I'll take it. So, if that doesn't happen to you, one way to get rid of them is to... I'm hitting this because I get sick of running around. It just goes to the same place. Is to, bend time and hit them with a sleep dart. I like to send them down here because like you just saw, it tends to get them out of the way, no problem. Okay, so I'm not actually done exploring, so I don't want to go. I don't want to get Sokolov just yet. I mean, you can end this level fairly fast if you go about avoiding exploring, but I really want to try to find as much gold and as many blueprints as I can. Now, I kind of love this. This is such a cool little thing, and for me being a homemaker, I love that this goes down like that. Basically, the dining room table can sink down into the kitchen so that you can set the table and all the plates and stuff. Put the food on there, whatever you want to do. I find that super interesting. I don't know why. I just do. It's the little things, I guess. Saving.
Karen Jindosh.
It is worth exploring every little section because they do give you uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, we want to avoid that because if she spots me, she wakes up the robot. Oh, you can't see me. I'm behind a table. I'm leaning. You can't see me. I'm leaning. Can you hear from that far away? Yeah, I can. Okay, so there are actually a couple of guys there.
I'll have my man plant tomatoes. They grow well here, and we could make a pretty penny selling off the bad ones to the miners.
Sees the surprise I left for him. Idiot.
Okay. Believe I can. I can, but where I'm trying to get to, that door is locked. Oh wait, there's a hole above the door. Again, you don't need to do all this. I want to because I want to explore, but if you want to, you could be done by now and just leave.
Still here, though. They'll wake up at any loud noise or if a fight breaks out.
Still kind of creepy. I have to work hard to ignore them.
I find it kind of exciting. Like being watched, but not really.
Okay, and he should come. Nope, he goes that way.
Just work harder. It's indisputable.
Go for him because I probably have a better chance of getting this guy. Okay. We'll just place him here. There, looks like he's just sleeping on the job. No biggie. Again, do a quick check. Nope, we're good. Right. Okay, so thankfully that counted as her not seeing me. One way you know is because she couldn't find you, and the other is the Clockwork Soldier didn't wake up. So checking? Yep, we're good. Okay. Try to stay as far away from them as possible. If you accidentally bump them, it counts. And it will wake them up. So... we'll keep going this way. Now, all of these rooms you can get to from behind the spaces in the wall, like this. One of the first sections you walk into. But I don't like to, because you just never know what soldier is going to be standing there or coming through the door. If you take care of Jindosh first, they all just kind of come from the same direction, because you can go from one way or another, and... and just get through no problem. Now, the letter I just read talked about the arc pylon, I believe it's called. It's basically that giant electrocuting thing that if it spots you, it will kill you. If you're not going for a stealth playthrough, you can just use it to vaporize everybody by rewiring it and then bringing it up on the floor. I don't recommend it. As I've said, I prefer playing this on complete and total stealth. If you feel bored and just want to see what happens, that is an option. Okay. Okay, so hitting that button wakes up the main floor guards. We don't want to do that. There are other ways through. It's not worth it. I avoid waking those suckers up at any possible moment. Because you still have to sneak out the front door with Sokolov. You really want to keep from having to do that. Now, one option is getting Sokolov, leaving the mansion. You have to stick him in the cart to get back to the ship anyway. So one option is putting Sokolov in the cart and then coming back. I don't like to do that. I like to just get the whole thing done because it's a lot of backtracking as it is. And it just saves you the trouble of doing extra work. Okay, so that should be it on this section. So that's the rewire tool. That is what will kill people if you bring the pylon up. I don't think I can get up there. So we're gonna go back up the elevator. Okay. That's where we just were. Let's see. We finished this section. That's where that other soldier was. Oh, I know one thing I wanted to do. Okay. Once you've cleared out a level. Oh! Woo! That was close. I'm really glad things like the wires count. Nope, we're good. Okay, one thing I do want to do. I think it's in here. Yeah, in here. Up there. I believe that's the bedroom. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I've been up there. Okay. Like I said, don't use the elevator or these guys will die. think we're about ready to take Sokolov back. Now, the stun mine. I don't know if stun mines do... I can use grenades. Okay. So we've cleared out everything on this level. And there isn't any way that you can kill anybody up here from down there, thankfully. No, I wish I could clear that. There's a... Okay, so that's the door on the other side of the lab that I didn't have a key for. Now, I'm trying to remember. I'm missing a maintenance key somewhere. Where did that go? Let's go back up here. Well, no, you know what? Let's just let that go up. Think I want anything in there? Okay. So we're gonna get Sokolov out. Now, this is the interesting part where you can't get caught by the robot. And I only have one spring razor. I do have a sticky grenade, though. I don't know if the stun grenade does any damage or not. What we're gonna do... Okay.
This playback indicates some detection with certainty.
Place those there. And then get out of dodge for a second.
At this point, the clockwork is scouting.
Did it work? I don't think it worked. You know I'm here. Technically no. I don't think my spring razor went off. It didn't go off. Okay, I want the spring razor to go off because it's the one that does the most damage. Thank you for the lurk. Okay. Like I said, I really do want that spring razor to go off. It's gonna do the most damage. Sometimes it can actually take care of them in one kill. Or one mine. So we're gonna try that. Did it work? It did not.
Reconfiguration reported. 1,000 rotations. Reintroducing graphite.
Think? Yeah, I think that did it without me getting spotted. It did. Okay. Now, it's easiest to do that with spring razors. If you don't have spring razors, the sticky mines work just as well. I prefer the spring razors, though, because you can stick them and then get out of dodge. And if you haven't picked up the plaque from the last one that you took out when you were getting Jindosh, now's a good time to pick it up. Okay. Now, if you'd want to avoid trying to knock out these guys... Yeah, see, that first spring razor knocked off most of his armor, but I didn't luck out and take out his head this time. Oh. There is a way to do that entirely stealthy, but again, I just wanted to do it right. Okay. So, last painting of the level. If you're collecting paintings.
Glove.
And now we've made it to Sokolov.
Corvo, it would have to be you. Perhaps Megan came for you in Dunwall. But Jindosh,
He's alive, but I burned his mind out. Used one of his machines against him.
well, that's the Corvo I remember.
I do believe that changes depending on what you do in the first game, but I'm not sure how much. Okay, so he's alive. Don't worry. He's just, the poor guy's just beat to crap. Oh, wait. Sit down just for a second. Alright. Okay, and out we go. That is the only way out of that room, by the way. If you hold down on it, it tends to change. Okay. So we've got him out. We're going to try to get him back out with getting spotted. And if you avoided doing anything at the front like I talked about, this should be fairly quick and simple to get out. Sort of. Now, there is a problem with these guys coming out of the elevator, which I actually hope they didn't kill. We'll just get out. Here? Nope, these guys are still good. They didn't actually use the elevator, they just, funnily enough, counted as coming out of the elevator. Okay, so I want to do this without using the elevator. So we're going to go back through the space between the walls. That's the way I came in. It's the easiest way to get out. Let's see, how do I get in here? I don't know if I came up this way or not. Nope. I think we'll do a quick save. Okay, and tap. Yeah, that's what we did. Okay. Now, the two bodies that I had knocked out in there could alert things. Oh, I know what we did. Okay, okay, okay. So... yeah, that's okay. Now we'll raise this back up. And I think this should get us through. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So this is how it was when we first entered. You can go through this window if you want to avoid all the stuff that I did. But I found it's a lot easier not to do that. People tend to see you a little bit more. Okay, so we go back out the way we came. Make things go a little bit quicker by using your blink. You move slower while carrying somebody, so I'm going a little bit slower. Okay, so back down the pool table. You know you're going the right way if you go down the pool table. Again, you can go out this window. That's where I knocked out the two guards who I said they look like they're just sleeping on the job. Right there. So if you didn't see this earlier, I was showing how to get the achievement for knocking Jindosh out without alerting anybody. Basically, when you come in the front door, if you hit any buttons, you alert Jindosh. For the achievement, you have to do it so that you do not alert him to you being in the room or the building at all. By hitting any of the buttons that move the floors, for example, that, you alert Jendosh. If he sees you, he wakes up all of the Clockwork Soldiers, and you miss out on the achievement. So we want to avoid that. Okay, so I should be able to get up there. Maybe not. Where did I come through here? Oh, okay. Maybe it was... Yeah, okay. So I actually fell down this. So to get back... So for the achievement, you have to make sure you do this without hitting any buttons. You have to find your way through without doing anything that would wake the Clockwork Soldiers up or alert Jendosh to the fact that you exist. Now, the way you do that is it kind of feels a little backwards, because the way that you do that is you break the window above the door. Like so. So when you first come in the building, you come in that door. There's nothing in here. Nothing happens. You open this door. If you click this, you wake up every Clockwork Soldier in the game, and you miss out on the achievement to get to Jendosh without him being alerted. The way to do that, fire a bolt, just a regular bolt, at one of the windows. Blink your way up. If you can't reach it, if you don't have extended blink, you can get on this musical device and you can get up there. If you do any of that before knocking Jendosh out, you will not get the achievement, so be aware of that. Alright, do I have everything? I should have everything. Now, if you really want to go through and explore, you can go back through that first level, but everything I showed you is pretty much the entire level. There isn't a whole lot more to the mansion, at least nothing worth collecting. So that's basically how you get through Jendosh Mansion without being spotted, the Clockwork Mansion. If you're not going for exploration, it's super quick and easy. If you just joined, feel free to go back and watch. I went through the entire thing without being spotted, got the achievement for knocking Jendosh out before he even knows you're in the building, no kills, and I got the collectible that you need to get from the Clockwork Soldier. All in one quick playthrough. Believe me, I've done this enough. I know the quickest route. So, if you don't want to go back and watch the video, what I just showed you about breaking the window and going up to the top level, continue around and behind all of the spaces between the walls. Look up, go through openings in the pipes. Basically, to get that achievement, you need to avoid stepping on anything that is the main surface of the room. Meaning like wooden floors or carpet on the main pathway. You want to avoid that at all costs. And then you can go through, you can knock him out. You may want to go back and at least watch that little section of the video. I can even have Zach clip it for you if you want to watch that and just figure out how to get to Jendosh real quick. You just stay behind all of the spaces between the walls. Get to the laboratory through the elevator. It's all the way at the top. Go through the bottom half of the laboratory where all of the... Let me pause this so I don't get spotted while I'm trying to talk. Go through the bottom half of the laboratory where all of the experiment tables are. Blink up to the surface. If you've done it right, only one Clockwork Soldier should be awake, and there's a little ledge that you can get on where he can't see you once you're up there on the second level of the lab. Hit Jendosh with a sleep dart. If you do headshots, the sleep darts are instant. Otherwise, it alerts him. So make sure you get a headshot with the sleep dart. You can try to knock him out, but if you do, it's a lot harder to avoid the Clockwork Soldier. Once he's knocked out, the soldier will freak out and run over to search for you, but you'll be fine. You won't be spotted. Let me go ahead and save. And when he's done searching for you, he'll go back on his normal routine path, and then you can drop some spring razors on the ground, blow him up, and get the plaque off of his body. The plaque is good for another achievement, which means that, which requires you to get all of the trophies on each level. And as I'm playing, I'm explaining where and how to get all of those. So, my last playthrough, I did this first half of the level, and I knocked everybody out and turned off this wall of light so I could get back out with Anton much quicker. Ooh. Now, the only thing is, they tend to add a few more people, because they can't make it that easy on you. We'll do a quick save. Scoot forward a little bit. Alright, and I got everything here. If you took the time to knock out most of the guys first, down there to read, it goes a little bit quicker. Okay. Just make sure you check. They sometimes will place people. Oops, that's not what I wanted. In sections you've already cleared once you've finished collecting somebody. There aren't very many missions where you have to collect somebody before you can leave the game, but this is one where you actually do have to get Sokolov before you can finish the game. The level. I don't think there's anybody else, but again, quick save. Now, these I actually did clear before coming through here, but sometimes things refresh or respawn, so check that. Because it sometimes means you get more money if you keep going back through.
You did it. How is he?
Frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Yay!
All right.
Okay, let's go back to the Dreadful Well. We've collected everything. Yep. No kills. Didn't get spotted. No bodies. Or, well, no detections. No alarms rung. There were a few bodies detected, but that's okay. Okay. Collected all the runes. The shrines. The shrines count for runes. Those you can't really miss if you're getting the runes. Got all the paintings. The paintings are confusing because there's technically 3 in the building and 3 in the districts, but you kind of forget that this is all one level. Alright, you see the special action there? Ghost between the cogs. Reach him without alerting anyone in the mansion, including Jendosh himself. That's what I was showing you how to do to get the achievement. It's not that complicated as long as you stay behind. It only gets a little complicated once you get to the second level of the lab. Where you need to be a little more careful. Otherwise, going back through the cogs is actually the easiest way, and if you don't care about collectibles, you can fly through that level. Okay. Alright, so this is the trophy you get, this little head, for picking up the plaque. You get this one from the level before of knocking out an elite, and that one for doing the no-kill approach in the last level. If you watched, you'll see what I mean. I don't want to give spoilers. and then that you get from picking it up. You just pick this exact boat up out of the very first level you do before you go anywhere. We're making progress with those. Yeah, kind of figured. I'm not gonna lie, this would be really freaky.
But it feels different.
Because the void is getting corrupted, which is kind of ironic.
Surprised I can pull you into this place. The outsider marked me long ago.
I'm actually gonna do a quick potty break while she finishes her little escapade.
How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were closest sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
Okay, thank you for your patience. You kind of just have to deal with those little short breaks. Okay. Okay, so you can't actually blink here. Yeah. To kind of run.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day...
That's kind of awful. You'd almost feel bad for her if she wasn't being so evil and killing everybody.
She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
You take it out.
It was her! Delilah's line. She broke it.
Yeah. No wonder she's so ticked.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bed sheets and
Her shirt bothers me. Does anyone else get annoyed by it?
until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
Well, geez, why is she...
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Her sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
That's really, really awful.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination?
Yeah, it's really sad what happened to Delilah. You have to believe some of it. I mean, I'm sure there's a certain truth to it, but that still just kind of sucks.
15 years ago, the Loyalist conspiracy asked me to kidnap Anton Sokolov, and I did. I took him from his home to the pub we were hiding in, and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? He laughed at us. He told dirty stories, taught Emily more than her governess could in 6 months. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I'm not even sure he knows where he is. Jessamine, Delilah's stronger now.
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
Of course not. She's driving all of this.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
This appears after you rescue Sokolov. I like how they do little trophies like this where you can just kind of collect things and see what's going on. Riviera? Riviera.
For a man of his age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
A drink real quick? So basically what happened to this chick, what's her name? Hypatia? Yeah, Alexandria, that's what it was. She was the crown killer. She was basically being poisoned to kind of be Jekyll and Hyde, where the Dr. Jekyll part of her was literally Dr. Hypatia. She's trying to heal all of the guys who are being hurt by the mines. And Mr. Hyde, which was the crown killer, and they were basically using her, the Mr. Hyde version of her was a cannibal and would run around killing things.
Good to see that you're still
which is
with
really
us.
bad.
Thank you for helping Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
I'm working on that. Believe me, the Duke has my full attention.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I'll do what I can, Alexandria.
No. I need to find a black market. So if you're going for the achievement, to read everything on the boat in between every level, really just do a quick search of each level before going in. I mean, technically, you can still go in and do the little debrief. It's not going to bother anything.
Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Corvo did for me.
Alright, this one counts as one.
Freeing me from that place.
That I don't think counts because you can read it earlier.
I knew you'd try, Megan. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
Delilah Copperspoon, or is it Caldwin?
The Royal Protector has
I like to let them talk for a little bit so you can hear.
Maybe you've been sleeping on goose feathers too long.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Kind of a jerk. Actually, I really just don't like her character. She's a jerk, she's really whiny, and she's just kind of annoying. I'm like, after all the crap he's done for her, and she's still...
Conservatory. But it wasn't complete until I was already living in Dunwall. Shuttered to the public. Wonder what's going on inside the Royal Conservatory. The Duke's incompetence? Or something more suspicious? Jindosh won't be making his army of clockwork soldiers.
For those who want to know, that's the captain's quarters. You can't get in there until the very end, after you, talk to Megan again.
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and she has Emily. Anton, once we had you in a cage and you dared us to kill you, I need that man back.
Corvo, she's right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
The curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
Okay.
Meet me
Got
at the
some
skip
wild
when you
hair.
want to set out for the Royal Conservatory.
There's a spark in your eyes. Something other than hate, which surprises me given all that's happened.
That dialogue changes depending on how you react to the game. If you kill anybody, that dialogue is not the same. Okay. Again, if you're going for the achievement about getting all of the books and stuff, make sure you always pick up Megan's journal. There's sometimes a note here. Mostly, though, they're inside. I don't think there's ever any of them up here. I think maybe once there's one here. You should not operate any kind of vehicle while drunk. So no alcohol for you. Is that all of it? Nope. Bye-bye. Really, you shouldn't get drunk at all, but that's a whole another story. Okay. Put the sword away. Talk to me again.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Syria Gardens. Okay, this particular level has a few achievements attached to it. And they're a little complicated, so I'm gonna have to explain how that works once we get in here.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah. Which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Megan. See you soon.
Okay. If I remember right, this level is long. There's a lot to this one.
I thought the old Duke, Theodanis, outlawed underwood export to protect the...
Always create a save at the beginning of the level, because auto-saves get overwritten as you continue on.
Clients refurbishing a gazebo, adding an exotic southern touch.
I don't get it. When I went to Dunwall, I brought back a River Crush show to use as a because it reminds me of good times. But what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shersha has money, so she gets the wood she wants.
There's stuff to collect in here, but you have to do it quietly because if those guys get in here and realize that you're taking all the loot they've been trying to get, I think you get in trouble.
The reason I did it, well, I can't really tell you right now, but stick around eventually. You'll find out.
Do quickly. Okay. That's the wrong boat. Not the one I'm thinking of, but that's okay. Actually, don't think these guys care about you quite yet. They might, I don't remember. We'll avoid them just in case. No, I don't think they care. I do appreciate that sometimes the civilians are just like, yeah, whatever. Just leave me alone and I don't care who you are. No, this guy does care.
Stupid. I know all my letters and...
But that's why we just...
Someone there?
Uh-oh. Okay, so he saw me. This level is complicated. I know I said the last one was complicated, but the last one was complicated in a you can get around this if you really try. This one's complicated in a there aren't very many routes you can take, and doing it stealthy can be hard. Really?
If that was lunch, then I'm a filthy blood fly, and that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Just once. Like to see her by the
Where
drinks.
did he go?
Just one time. Is that too much to ask?
See, I actually thought the mansion, the Clockwork Mansion, was one of the easiest to stealth. Oh yeah. Once you know the route.
What's going on here?
Once you know the route, though, behind the stairs, it's not complicated at all. I hear running. Somebody stuck? Oh my gosh, there are two people stuck. Look at this. Okay. Because this ridiculousness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now there are 3 stuck. Look at this. Wow, really, guys? Okay. Reloading. Oh my goodness. The reason I want to go to the left there is because that's where the black market is. And I need a few things. I'm hoping I have the upgrades I'm looking for. Wow, okay. I haven't saved since this. It's not that far, but...
If I see anything, I'll run. No, first I'll yell, then... Huh? But there was... Where did... Am I going crazy?
Okay. I think this might be a good place to do this. Yeah, we're pretty close to the beginning of the level still. If you're that close to the beginning, it's not that big a deal to just save. Now, there is a pawn shop here. I'm curious. Yeah. You can't actually get in the pawn shop from here, so. Alright, somehow I managed to get that without getting heard. Because I guess breaking a giant window isn't going to alert anybody. Okay. What I want to do is get up here as quickly as possible. You can hear what they say.
Time to pay the price if you want to live.
Oh no, please! I have nothing. I'm just a poor maid.
I see you've heard the stories about Pirate Betty.
Alright, if you can't tell by the horrible acting job, these two are putting up an act to kill you.
Cutting off your nose?
Anyone help me!
Or maybe I could sign my name across your forehead with a knife. Use you as a human billboard.
Help! Murderer!
All right, no one's coming. What a bunch of cowards. We'll try it again later.
First time I did this, I was like, wow, is that really the acting job that they have in this game? Not even realizing that it was a joke to try and lure everyone in. What the heck is happening? Alright. Save, so that we don't have to wait for them to do whatever the heck they're doing. Alright, so he turned around. Now, these guys you don't necessarily need to knock out. But the black market shop is right there, and I'm going to be coming back here probably quite a bit. So let's avoid having to deal with them every single time. And just get rid of them now. Be careful where you put these guys. Like, I almost left her on the roof there, but if you do that, anybody who comes to this stair, this edge there, can see her. So. Okay, now those two are kind of complicated to get to. You can get her through the window once he walks away. But for now, it's kind of worth it just to wait. Go around. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to the black market shop down here. What? Oh. I didn't just check to see if he had walked around, but he did. Any day. There we go. Okay, you know what? We will take care of these guys because this is annoying. So wait until he moves. Walks out of the way. Okay. And then blink into this window. Uh-oh. Okay, it let me. And get her through the window. Now I'll just drop her here real quick. And run out and grab this guy. Easy enough. We can actually... We'll just set them both in here so they're out of the way. You just never know. One little thing you do could alert everybody and change. Okay, they're both still unconscious. Always check and make sure they're unconscious and that you didn't accidentally kill anybody. Save. Back out. Okay. So now my path to the black market is clear. I like it free and clear because if you need to come back here, it's a lot easier. And sometimes you do come back, so shut that.
Greetings.
I take full advantage of the levels where I can.
Service with absolute discretion.
Welcome to my shop. Say,
It's
an
Bruce
acquaintance
Wayne.
of mine is supposed to be holed up in an office overlooking the Royal Conservatory. Check on them if you're headed that way. I'd check myself, but the streets are locked down. I'd make it worth your time.
I'll think about it.
See anything you like?
Okay.
Come in, my friend. Always a delight to see you.
Okay. I love how he's like, come in, my friend. Always a delight to see you. And I'm like, do I know you? Okay, what's this one? Okay, so I don't think I have the blueprint that allows me to knock people out instantly, but that's okay. Since you can do headshots, it's not that detrimental. If I don't have anything else to buy, I'll go for the Spring Razor pack. They're really handy for the Clockwork Soldiers. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
District. No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
Bolt bullets. I don't even need sleep darts. Wow. We'll just fill up on those because they're really handy when it comes to fighting the guys. Safe combo and the rune. Got it.
And do think of us
Now,
again.
you can, in fact, get behind this guy. And anything that's in the black market you can just take instead of buying. Now, I don't like doing that because doing that makes it impossible to buy anything from him again. I think what I will probably do though is you can sneak in up there, and if I remember right, you can do it without him catching you. And then take the stuff that you need. I don't know if I really need to do it, but I might, because I might at least just try it. See what happens. I know it's not. I may not. I don't know if I care. I've got enough money for what I need. I do try to play this with decent morals. Sometimes you just kind of go, I would never do that in real life, but I'm going to in this game. Here, okay, that door is blocked. Now, if I had the ability to break doors, pretty sure I can get in a window on the other side, so we'll try that. If I had the ability to break doors, you can get through, and if you're careful, it doesn't really matter if they can't hear you. Saving. There are guys on that roof. Always save with everything exactly how it was before you did it. Or they can spot you. 3 guys.
Ugh, I'm hungry. One useless.
Let's see. I think I could probably go back and get this guy. Wow. That did not alert them. How the heck did that not alert them? That's hilarious. Yeah, and that's hilarious that that didn't alert him either. But I'm not gonna complain. The length, or the distance that you can grab people to knock them out is kind of comical, but it also really comes in handy. Especially for things like that. That looked like it was an impossible knockout. Now I can just find things. Wait. Potion. Nope. Okay. Alright, so save. Here. Okay, so we're gonna go down there in a second. Like I said, I like to check from top to bottom because it saves you the trouble of somebody coming up behind you accidentally. Can't remember why. Oh, I think there's an ability called Wind Blast that you can use. I'm gonna shut that off. I don't remember what that did, but that's okay. Can I get in that one? I don't think I can. Okay. No, I can't. Okay. So we're gonna save. I save a lot. I promise you will avoid a lot of unnecessary trouble if you just save continually. Now this guy is in that door I couldn't get through. I don't know if that counted as him spotting me since he was asleep. We'll see. No, we're good. You need to be careful because hits from the front. Oh, it's painful. Can count as being alerted. Is there somebody else in here? No. Odd. Okay, so you need to be very careful because of this tripwire. If you try to open the other door and trip the wire, you end up killing everybody in here. That, so I can get back around. Alright, there shouldn't be anybody else in here. I couldn't see anybody.
Curator of the Royal Conservatory. For a while, I believed
Okay.
Ashworth has some connection to the occult in Karnaca. Something is happening that I don't understand. The overseers are the forward face of the Abbey, but equally important are our sisters from the Oracular Order. To be direct, I suspect something is wrong within their sect. Subtle changes to the types of proclamations they've been making. Small but troubling deviations from tradition. But publicly saying anything along those lines will get me accused of heresy by my rival.
During those audio clips, I will try to leave it so you can listen.
So Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the Oracular Order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
I don't really understand the whole oracular order thing. They don't go into a whole lot of detail. Pretty much all you know is that they're supposedly witches, or what, at least that's what they're titled when you knock them out. And they tend to be really annoying because they can see you no matter where you're at. Okay. So that's that apartment. At the door. Let's see. A lot of runes, a lot of runes. Keeper's Associate. So this is one of the rooms that I needed to get through. And that's where I was. Okay, so there's nothing more up there, nothing more behind me. So we keep moving forward. Okay.
They say that. It makes no sense. Anyway, I'm not the one who did the kissing.
It's here. I don't think I can. Go here instead.
Heard some victims were found half devoured. Blood and shit everywhere. Hope it's not something bad. Maybe it's nothing. Off times, hard times. Gotta be on the lookout.
Convenient when they're asleep. And sometimes the indicator doesn't show up for when you want to knock somebody out. I know it's kind of redundant to pick up somebody who's asleep to knock them out, but if I knock over glass or something while I'm in here, it prevents her from waking up and freaking out. I can explore to my heart's content. When I do these playthroughs, I do try to make it so that you can see a little bit of everything. And if you want to explore, you can at least get familiar with the map and get a better idea of what's going on. That to be thorough. Shopkeeper. We do want to find the shopkeeper's associate because I'm pretty sure he tells you the stealthy, non-killing way of taking care of the guys. Let's see. So that wall of light is active, meaning if I go through it, I will explode. It's one of those nice little tidbits. So what we want to do is go through... First we want to get down on the second level here.
This shirt reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there are witches. Yeah, this is why they're annoying. Just so you can see what's going on in that chaotic mess. That was a lot. We want to avoid them. Oh man, really? Guess there wasn't anything else to collect. That's okay. There wasn't anything else to collect in there anyway, so. Okay, so we need to be a little more careful to avoid the witches. See them there, how they're waiting for somebody to walk into their clutches? We want to get behind them. Now there's more than one, so I have to remember where to get to them all. Ah, there's the other one. Okay. Sneaky. So we'll save.
Why am I always the one who has to gather moss under a full moon? Seems like whenever it involves missing sleep, they always send me.
Yeah, it'll let me. I was just on top of like a mattress or something. Thankfully, the witches you can actually knock out. There are a lot of enemies in this game that you can't knock out stealthy. These are not one of them, and I am very grateful. I'm also grateful I don't constantly have to be putting people up on ledges. Because in the first game, if you left people sitting on the ground, they tend to get eaten by rats. Not so in this case. And I guess I could be thorough and hide them in the dumpster, but I don't really care because I know I don't need to. So... Nope. It's worth checking the windows because there are some windows you can get through. Okay. So where are we heading? Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Everybody else just look at that and go, oh, overwhelming. My completionist self just goes, crap.
They probably ran off, you ask me. Must have had a thing for each other.
No, she went missing a day before he did. And someone found an officer's pistol in the gutter. I think something else happened. Maybe they went inside the conservatory.
Look, Karnaca's leaking people. We tell ourselves we're keeping it together, but everyone is afraid of...
Okay, for some reason this guy will freak out if he sees you. I guess a guy in a mask with a sword would be enough to freak you out on the spot. But, you know. And you need to be aware because I think somebody walks in here, but I don't remember who. Okay. Okay, so there's one here some. Huh, right on the table. Okay. Okay, let's see what that was. Bolt packs have a slight chance of containing. That's kind of crappy. Okay. Leads back to the front door. There's a whole lot going on in the speakers, the voiceovers for the story here. Not a whole lot down there to bother with. If you try to run up these stairs, they will hear you from where I'm at, so let's keep going. Get up there to that one. Okay, there are guys on this roof somewhere if I remember right, so quick save.
That donkey-faced cretin can open his wrist for all I care. Did you bring me something? The silver cigarette case, like we agreed?
No, listen. I can't go on doing this. Stealing for you. I'll lose my job.
Do you want to be a servant all your life? You're always talking about leave.
Okay, I'm gonna save because I kind of remember that something happens to the servant here.
Polishing silver cutlery. Come with me, Beatrix. Let's leave.
Could we really get passage on a ship? What if they find us?
You know I'll protect you, just like when we were kids.
Maybe not.
I'll think about it. I promise.
Okay, so they were friends going up?
Wait till he puts on those boots, sees the surprise I left for him. Idiot.
Let's just deal with her real quick. Like I said, you don't always need to knock everybody out. Sometimes I just don't like to leave it. I'm getting a lot of weird, like, singing and screaming in the background of the game. Oh gosh, can I knock her out from where she's sitting? Oh! That was odd. I tried to jump up on the back of the chair and it made me go flying backwards off the roof. Thank you, infamous dweeb. That's a comical name. I had to reread it more than once. There we go. She made it easy for me. Sorry, lady, but here, you don't have to sit in that uncomfortable position. I'll at least put you in the chair. Oh gosh, I don't think that's more comfortable. But it's again.
The Royal Conservatory. What do those walls hide?
This is forgetting. Okay. That's really funny. Okay, so this can be somewhat complicated. I know I say that a lot, but
Push out into the harsh world.
how do I get to that? Okay, we're gonna grab this one first since it's just one. This one is entertaining because it's full of traps. Now this shouldn't be too bad for me because I have the ability that lets me see traps. And it's not, I guess it's not all that hard if you don't have it. You can look around and see where everything is. They're not that hard to see. And you don't even alert anybody if you trip these. They just hurt. And on hard, I don't know how much damage you can take from the traps before they count. Before they kill you. Okay, is that all the traps? Looks like it. Okay.
Making your way across this shuddering city. Brianna Ashworth would have been miserable as a member of high society, forced to wed some bloated banker. Her only moments of real freedom, getting drunk at fancy balls, and slipping away to couple with strangers. It would have ended in an unhappy marriage and a late-night plunge into an icy river. But just before Mother and Father married her off, so many years ago, she found Delilah instead. It was all highways and graveyards after that, never looking back. Vice Overseer Byrne is an ambitious man, but he believes in the Abbey's mission, protecting the good people of the Empire against the likes of us. You know he'd be happier deep down if this ended with Brianna Ashworth's head on a spike. Maybe yours as well.
Wasn't. Okay, let's see. I think this time I'll hold out for Ben time too. Does come in handy. Okay. To collect. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so let's go back down. We'll go back through. To keep it from getting overwhelming, I tend to do one little corner at a time. So for this one, you know, I pulled up the heart and I could tell there was only one bone charm in there, and it's in the corner of the edge of the map where you can tell there's not a whole lot going on afterwards. So it's just easier to go through and finish that and then come back, kind of almost like you're doing a puzzle where you work from the outside in. It saves you trouble backtracking, and it just helps it just makes it a little bit easier when you're trying to find stuff. I want to save because I'm pretty sure there is a hive keeper, whatever they're called, in here. Or collectibles, no. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Is that it? I think that's all of them. Be careful while swinging wildly because you can actually kill the nest keeper. He's actually carrying one of the bone charms, so if you're going for collecting everything, miss more often, more visible. I don't want to be more visible. No, thank you. But yeah, be careful. Well, here, let me open that all the way so you can read it if you want to. Be careful swinging your sword like crazy, trying to kill these things with that guy there, because you will accidentally kill him. Oh shoot, okay, what was the code here? 832. Cool. That is a huge safe. I mean, freaking ginormous. Hey, that's a lot of money. Okay. Alright. Thermostat says it is a temperature I can't read. Okay. Can you actually tell what that says?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
That is not 60. Okay.
That must.
I'm like, that is not 68 degrees. There are 3 numbers going on there for one. Okay. Easiest way to get rid of these things: burn their hives with fire darts. Now, I like to reserve a couple of darts just for those levels that are more complicated to get through. I gotta stop saying that word. I need a new word. Give me a new word. What can I say besides complicated? I don't know if I can say strenuous. I think that's entirely correct. Brain hurting? Tricky is a good one. Okay, is there a painting? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was looking for the painting. Okay, so you need the Ashworth painting. It sits above the nest keeper. Yuck. I'll take those over the rats, though. A little bit easier to kill. Okay. We do want to save before jumping here. We're gonna go for that one. Yeah, you do want to save though, because if you fall, you can't get back up to that window from here. You have to go around a little bit. if you have blink, the blink extender, go a pretty decent ways. I can get over there though. Let's see. Alright, let's save and test this theory out. Remember how I said I have blink, and that stops time when I use it? There we go. Oops. Really? Really? Oh my gosh. You ever have those moments where you do something where you're like, okay, that was satisfyingly good. I'm actually proud of myself for doing that. Then you have moments where you just walk off the roof. Okay. Let's try this again. If you didn't see the tooltip just now, there is a way to possess people. Okay, we're gonna wait and use blink just to be safe. And walk through the walls of light without killing them. Now, I just avoid. I don't really bother with possession. Depending on the level you're on, it can make things easier. And there is actually an achievement in this game where you need to possess a certain amount of I guess people and enemies and creatures in order. So for example, you need to possess a rat, then a dog, then a person, then a fish. I don't think it's that order, but that's the concept, and I think you do that on this level. So if you're wanting to do that, this is the level to do it. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. Yeah, I don't need that one. Why would I want to be more visible to my enemies? That's just not happening. Okay. Did I actually register the new one? Yeah, it did. Okay. Weird. Alright. I don't like walking into open rooms before saving. It just... It's down the stairs, so we'll search the room first. A lot going on in this room. There are quite a few labs in this game. It is worth checking the drawers. Sometimes there will be blueprints or something similar in them. What's it here? Yeah, you can kind of tell something happened with the shopkeeper. That is a trap. Disarm that sucker. That is a tripwire connected to the trap. Ooh, and another trap. Oh. And another one. Holy cow, people. Some trust issues or what? Are there two people there? Yeah, there are. Now, these are civilians. I don't think they technically count, but... I kind of go with the mentality of if it's one little tiny corner and there are no runes in that corner, don't waste your time. Okay. So, let's see. We need to find the shopkeeper still. Is that what the prototype is? Is this the shopkeeper? Yes, okay. This is not the same level I thought it was. For the one about going back to him to get the non-lethal. So, we're gonna keep going. That little pond fountain thing right there is where you go to possess the fish and get that particular achievement. That one I recommend looking up though. There's a certain order to it, and there's a dog down there that you need to possess, and I mean it's a pattern. So if you're gonna do that, I recommend looking that up. Doesn't look like it. It just gets me here. From the inside. Side. Side. Not locked from the inside. Thank you, little bloatfly, for alerting to the not locked from the inside one. Okay, there are bone charms.
The conservatory. Built around the time I left for Dunwall.
She wanted to raise the blood briar, but cannot. After trying to make grave hounds for weeks, she gave up. You should have seen the twisted things she made. All snouts and teeth and tails.
That's just the way it is, dear Parmelia. Delilah wears the outsider's mark, and some she can do flows down to us.
It doesn't seem fair.
Out working your fingers while weaving nuts or raising cows to slaughter.
So you have to be careful because the witches can hear you and see you much easier than anybody else. And you just want to be really careful. They also have the ability to teleport. Save. Prototype. Thankfully, they can't see you up here. Comes in handy. Back there to that lady. Oh, I guess I don't need to. Let's see if I can snatch her around the wall. No. Walks away. Take a step. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. That's what we wanted. Just gotta move quick. Those are the times when you don't want to hesitate. You just take the first chance you get, and a lot of the time you luck out. Save. Actually, do a quick check. Alright, we're good. You want to check periodically because sometimes things will happen and you're like, okay, I don't even know where I accidentally was spotted or killed somebody. I mean, weirder things have happened, but sometimes you can, you know, drop somebody in a place you think is safe, and then next thing you know, they've fallen off a ledge. Or you set them down and they're okay, and they glitch and fall through the floor. So you just want to be really careful how you do that. Bone. We want that, although I don't think I have anything I can do with it yet. Wow, they are... Okay. You want to avoid those plant things. They count as spotting you. And obviously you don't want that. So, let's...
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Alright, we're gonna go up to this level real quick and get the rune. I like to do things in an orderly way, but sometimes you just want to get the collectibles out of the way. That way you don't have to worry about them anymore. Man, they made a mess of this place. What does the Spone Charm do? Yeah, sure. I don't really care about that one, but I might as well equip it. Since I don't have anything else, it's not gonna hurt. Right. Is there anything here that can see me? Doesn't look like it. So we'll save. And then how many of these? I don't think I want to risk that. I've only got 2 left, and I might need them elsewhere, so we're gonna... That should be it. Yeah, okay, they dissipated. We're good. We're good. There. Okay. Getting rid of the bloatflies, one nest at a time. Okay, what's around here? More runes. The Oraculum is its own particular brand of interesting. That particular level is going to be kind of hard because I had trouble with it on normal. And we're playing this on hard. So... Great. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Gibbo? Up here. Actually probably won't be on too much longer. I've got an early morning and a long day ahead, and my throat is already sore, so Probably gonna be responsible and go to bed early. Now, for the witches, easiest way I've found to get through this level is go to the very top floor before you start knocking people out. It's really hard to get through this level from the bottom up because the way the witches are designed, they can actually sit up on top of the chandeliers, and most often do. For example, those. Now, where is the machine thing I need to get? Oh, it's downstairs. Oh, you know what? I think that's in the room with the lady that I'm trying to get to. Be careful, stepping on the broken glass will actually alert them. What I want to do is save. Okay. And you may actually just be able to leave those two. I don't remember. There's a set that you can just leave. You don't actually have to bother with them. Ooh. So if you don't have Blink 2, you can still get up here through that window. And I can give you an idea of how to get around. This is kind of a secret section. Running out of breath reduces mana before health. Again, one I don't really need, but, you know. Collecting them anyway, I guess. Yeah. Making progress towards our collectibles here. So since we're up here, what we're gonna do... If you don't have Blink 2, you can actually get on top of that owl and blink up here. Do another save. Yeah. It's only 10 o'clock here for us, but I do need to get up early, and it's been a long couple of days. I'm still fighting something off in my throat. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but it's just frustrating. So.
I'm told he's a gibbering idiot.
Okay, what does this one do? Completely pointless. Again, a lot of those you'll find are really pointless.
Love was taken away as well. Who would want that ancient fool? Never mind.
Okay, saving.
How goes the community?
Now.
I am hungry to whisper into the ears of the oracular sisters.
My influence grows. Last night, I woke
Brianna Ashworth, the person you're supposed to knock out, is down here, but don't try to knock her out because she's unkillable right now.
Suspicions were right.
No. He continued to tinker with the lenses. Thicker, thinner, more opaque. It was tiresome to watch. I still have no
But anyway, sorry, I was listening to what they were saying. Yeah, if you try to knock her out right now, you will be spotted or killed by the dogs. You have to go through and knock her out with the oraculum to do it stealthy. And I'll show you how to do that probably in the next playthrough because it takes a little bit of time to get through it. She's actually probably the hardest one to deal with.
This might be linked to what Ashworth is working on.
Stealthy. Because you have to go through and collect quite a few materials throughout the building. Okay, I was walking too loud. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're good.
At least until we have the sisters. But a curious thing happened on the way to the altar site.
Uh-oh. Oh crap, there's a dog. Crap. Okay, so the dogs... He saw me. These are ghost dogs. They're Brianna Ashworth's lackeys, so to speak. And they not only see you and smell you, but they can simply sense you if you get too close. So when I stood on the railing to the stairs there, I probably alerted it. But that's okay. I'll just do this a little bit quicker. Maybe do it without running. Or standing. I'll have to stealth it. Yeah. I think I'll be okay now. I just need to do this without alerting the dog. What I did to alert it, I think I probably walked too much.
These odd lenses might be linked to what Ashworth is working on.
Alright, you need these lenses to do this in a stealthy way. Oh, I think turning that on is what alerts them. Interesting.
When I come to Karnaca, we'll drink an ocean of good wine and stay tight as a boiled owl.
Shoot, man. These dogs are a pain. Okay, I need to just not turn that on. Alright, I think I'm just going to get through this room, collect that sword. The sword that I showed you right before getting hit by the dog is the collectible on this level to get the trophy on the ship. So once this loads, I'll show you a little bit better. I may even just grab that first so it's out of the way.
I am hungry to whisper into the ears of the oracular sisters.
Doggies. Okay, so this is what you take to get the trophy on the ship. Alright, and I need to not
Vice Overseer Burns' suspicions were right.
turn on that recording. Kind of a pain that counts because there are actually quite a few levels where you can turn those on and they don't hear it. But the witches are just super alert.
If I can sabotage Ashworth's communion device, she'll be powerless.
Is the plan. Just to have the books in my inventory. Oops, be careful picking up whale oil, it does explode. Thing is spinning and it freaked me out. Whew, okay. Alright, I think we're in the clear this time. Okay. Are some things up here? That rune. Whoop. Avoid those things. Alright, there shouldn't be anybody up here. Yeah, we're good. Alright, and be very careful. Because those big plant things count. Ah, Ben time 2. Yeah, anyway. Those are evil doggies! If you walk too close to the skulls, they turn into dogs and kill you. There's no way to stealth them, no way to kill them. If you kill them once they turn into dogs, they reanimate later anyway. So you want to blink forward, grab that rune, don't bother with any of the rest of this, it's just food, you don't need it that badly, and get out. And that's how you get to that one. That one's a little hard to find, so if you have trouble finding it, that's the quick way. Let's see. Oh, sometimes you can break the glass and just drop down on the chandelier. I'm gonna try it. Yep, we're good. Okay. Down to the chandelier we go. Because you can't get in this room. There's a door blocked there. I'm kind of doing this in a backwards way just to get things done. Sure, there's something to collect in here. Is it a painting? Maybe it's a painting. Forget why you come down here. There is a point. Maybe not. Oh well. This thing. I could have sworn there's something in here that I need. Maybe it's something you have to do later. Like a collectible. I cannot remember. There is something that you have to do in that room. In. Okay. Spinning thing keeps freaking me out. Alright, am I spotted? Nope. Quick save. I think, is this where I just came from? Yes, it is. Alright, now. There is some stuff to collect, I believe. From her office. Yeah, like, probably the first 3 times I attempted to do this, I tried to sneak up behind her, I tried to shoot her with a sleep dart, I tried everything. But the moment you shoot her, she teleports to where you're standing and you're spotted. So don't even bother trying, it doesn't work, there's no possible way to take her out without getting caught. So that one's in the basement. I don't remember where that one is, but I'm gonna call it for tonight. So I'm gonna drop in the corner. That is the oraculum. That is the thing that I have to turn off to be able to take Brianna out stealthy and non-lethal. And then I want to collect that thing for the shopkeeper as a side mission. So we're gonna do that the next time I stream. Because it's going to take some time. That's like probably that alone is going to take me about an hour. Which it's good for you because I'll show you how to do it. But I'm going to save up here. That way I remember what I was doing and I'm out of the way of accidentally getting spotted. Never save in a place where you could be seen. Because it can cause some problems with reloading. If somebody's in the process of seeing you while you're saving, they'll be in the process of seeing you while you're loading, and it can be really difficult to get around that. So, that's it for me. Are we raiding anybody? Zach's gonna get a raid for you guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is always so much fun. Thank you for those who did the bits, who followed, simply for those who watched as well. I don't think we'll be on tomorrow. We got capture cards. Yay! So we're gonna be working out the kinks with that. And with that, have a good night, everybody, and we'll keep you posted. We always play on Friday and Saturdays, pretty much the whole day, so I'll probably be playing one of those days, and we'll continue on with the next section of this. So, have a good night, thank you for joining, and we'll see you later.